Hey everyone, and welcome to Burn Pilates. My name is Lydia, and today I'm going to be leading you through a reformer-inspired class taken directly from my classes I teach in studio called SCULPT. We're using a glider and a set of light weights. For this class, I'm using 3-pound toning balls. Set up your weights on either side of your mat. Keep your glider close by. Keep some water close by so you can also take sips on, and meet me on your mat, and let's get started. Welcome. Just starting at the top of your mat. Knees in a light bend, supporting your legs no wider than hip bone width and distance. Take a reach of your arms and inhale. On your exhale, extend, neck long. Reach your arms down to your sides and stretch, lengthen long. Deep breath in. Shoulders to ears. On your exhale, open, extend, and expand across the chest as you bring your arms down, pressing them to your sides like you're moving through water. Take one more inhale. Feel where your body is today, and as you exhale, allow for your gaze to become intentional as you bring your chin to sternum, bend your knees, and roll all the way down. Give yourself a moment here to hang heavy and just notice where your body is today. Keeping your knees soft, let your head relax. Take a moment here. Allow yourself to feel the weight trickle down the backs of your legs, opening up your hamstrings. When you're ready, bend your knees, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, unravel one vertebrae at a time. Taking your right leg all the way back, find your floor and extend your arms. Reach out, lengthen long on your diagonal. Step through, come all the way up, switching legs, reaching left toes back. Extend your arms out wide and lift up. You want to find the floor. You want to use your floor. You want to reach into space and equally use your space. You step your leg back, contract your glute, and pull your supporting hip back, making sure your knee is bending right behind the ankle heel, never jutting forward, stretching back and away. Feel where your balance is and extend, going for one more rep. Take your right leg back, reach your arms all the way out, pull your left hip back to find that full parallel. Now reach out and feel like you want to touch the wall all the way out in front of you while simultaneously stretching your heel back to the wall behind you. Take your next breath in and open your arms to a wide T, and then breathe out as you stretch your arms, extending and lengthening biceps next to temples while contracting that right glute to maintain a stretch to the front of your hip. Check that your left knee is right over top of your heel, behind your ankle, just slightly and softly. You want to work the hamstring. Take one more. Inhale, open to T. Exhale, stretch, reach. Step through, switching sides right away. Left leg back, flexing through the glute, pulling your right hip back as well, extending out. Try to touch the wall in front. Try to get that heel to flex towards the wall back. Open to T and reach out. Waking up the back. Bringing awareness into how you're finding your posture. Working for your core stability here. Ribs knitted in. Let's go for one more set of 3. For 2. Finish with one more. Stretch on out. Reach all the way forward. Take a step all the way through. Right away, chin to sternum, knees bend, roll down. Find your weights. And right here, just allow for your upper body to stretch. Head totally heavy, knees lightly bent. Slowly, smoothly bend your knees. Pick up your weights in your hands and roll on up. Taking your arms with you, making sure that the legs have a soft micro bend, palms facing forward as we offer up and pull down. Deep breath in as you lower, exhale to lift. Neck lengthened out. Grip your weights and physically pull down. We want to activate through the lats, triceps, and biceps. And the two directions of movement give you opportunities to work resistance in both. Feel the resistance. You pull down, grip the weights. Gravity works you a little bit more on that way up, so you work it on the way down. Let's go for one more rep here. Take your arms up, hold them lifted. Shoulders back and down, collarbones wide. Take a full inhale. As you open your arms, knit those ribs together. Exhale to close. Waking up your upper body support through your shoulders, expanding through your chest. Every opportunity of opening and closing your arms is a chance that you can check in with your abs and make sure that you're not throwing your body weight forward or back, keeping length, keeping the core pulled up and in, finding the space between the ribs to hips. Let's go for a last one here. Open your arms, take a full breath in and hold and stay. On your exhale, lower your arms down and lift up, offering lift to the side, pull down. Keep growing your neck nice and long right here. Grip the weights and make sure that your wrists haven't begun to break. They're staying curled up. You can look from side to side. Check your body out and become aware of how you're moving here for 3. Like the backs of your arms are gliding up and down a wall. Last set of 2. Deep breath in, finish your last one here. Exhale, straighten through your arms. Let the palms go heavy, chin to sternum, roll down. Taking your weights to either side of the mat, bring your hands to the floor and stretch all the way out, finding right away here your first plank. Legs stretched all the way out, walk your thighs together, attach ankles through knees up to pelvic floor in, squeeze into the glutes, activate your lats and open up the stance in your hands. Holding this here for 4 breaths. Imagine someone's hand on the top of your back. Press your back into that hand and feel how you can open the width even a little wider across your shoulders using your lats. The next time you inhale, press your heels back into the mat. The next time you exhale, lift your heels up and glide your body down in a neutral long line. We crease through the hip line, lift. Breathe in. Lift the heels up as you exhale. Stretch your body down. We're not going sequentially through the spine, but rather going very much in a linear action of lifting. We have that fold at the hips. We unfold it, uncrease it, stretch out. Last 2. Finish your last one here. Stretch all the way on and up. Take a full breath in, and on your exhale, walk your heels all the way towards your hands. Give yourself a stance no wider than hip bone width. Soften through your knees. Take your weights. Safely bend your knees and come all the way up to standing. We're going to be setting up right away. Left foot staying on the mat. Right foot coming to the glider first. Stretch your right leg back. Find the fullest extension from hip through knee to ankle, where your hips are square and where your abs are right away pulled in. No extreme arch, no thrust out. We want to find that linear action through the body from the abdominals and the glutes. Take your arms, and as you bring them in towards your shoulders, keep them tight into your core. Bend your right leg, bend your left leg, send your hips back. From here, take a full breath in. On your exhale, stretch your right arm all the way out as you extend your right leg. As you bring the right leg back to the bend, your knee stops right where the left leg is aligned and it's parallel, stretching back out with the arm, pulling in as you bend. Engaging through the right inner thigh, right obliques, right lats as you stretch and pull in. Use the friction of the floor and really use your weight here as a means to grip and grab, imagining the weight is attached to a strap of resistance. Stretch out and pull in. So just like a carriage, you're stretching your right leg out and away with the carriage, pulling the carriage in. Stretch out and away and pull all the way in. Let's go for another set here of 3. Left knee over top of your heel. Keep it stacked. Keep pulling that left hip back. Go for one more stretch on out. From here, take your right leg in, stretch all the way on up, lengthen through your legs. You're going to, from here, bring your right thigh up. Full bend, palms facing forward, right back into offering, adding circles. Stretch the left leg, squeeze into the glute. We lift the arms up, breathe in, open wide, and lower down. Palms facing forward. We lift all the way up and open and stretch down. Contract the left glute and make sure the right knee isn't too high. You want to make sure you're always working from a place where you're able to find neutral pelvis, neutral spine through your abs. Sometimes if the knee lifts, the back starts to round, the chest starts to go forward, or maybe you're just feeling your hip flexor get a bit tired. Drop your right hip down. Keep pulling up through that left side. Let's go for 2 and open and close down to the sides. Deep breath in, we offer up, lengthen, open, stretch down. Find your glider with the right toes. Straighten your right leg all the way out, and from here, extend your arms all the way out forward. We're gonna add on with the arms a full lift. Take a full inhale. On your exhale, drag up and in. Lower your arms down. Offer out, lunge left leg. Feel that reach back. Stretch on up. Arms aside, lower down. Reach forward, offer. Press your carriage away. Lift. Deadlifting through that left leg, essentially by dragging your body's weight up. Contract as much as you can through your left glute by using your heel in the floor. Maybe you even peel your toes up off the mat. Challenging the balance. Last 2. Lift. Lower. Stretch out. Rib cage knitted together. Final 1. Lift up. Lower down. Release your arms. You're going to take a second right here to set up your glider to the second side. We're not doing the second side yet. What we are going to do is activate through the triceps a little bit more. Roll the shoulders back. You're standing tall. Feet are separated, hip bone width and distance. Let your tailbone find a soft sit back. Reach your arms up, and as you lower down to stop where your arms are right underneath your shoulders. Don't keep reaching forward. It's a short range, just like working plow. You're working from the backs of the shoulders to the triceps, controlling the resistance, which is weight and gravity down, and connecting into it as you lift. Neck is long. Heels on the floor. See if you can activate even more through the glutes by imagining that you're trying to separate the mat and split it open using your outer thighs. Let's go for a last set of 4. Lower and lift. Ribs knitted together. 3. Exhale, lift. For 2. Finish your last one here. Take your arms up. Hold the lift and circle for 8 direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Squeeze right between the shoulder blades. Open your collarbones and reverse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your last inhale here. And exhale, come up to standing. Setting up with your left toes on the glider, right foot on the mat. Extend your left leg all the way back. Hips are parallel, ribs are knitted in. Bring the weights close to your shoulders. Take a full inhale. And as you breathe out, send your tailbone back. You want to find right away your stability first. Check that your right knee is over top of your heel, not over top of your knee jutting forward. Tailbone is back. You're gonna stretch left arm with left leg, and as you reach on out, your goal is to find the same diagonal where the left arm is reaching up high, the left leg is stretching down low. You connect through your glutes by squeezing that left butt as you stretch, and by dragging your left leg back in using the right supporting glute on the mat. You could lift your toes up off the mat if you wanted to get more into that heel digging into your mat. Check that your left knee is stopping directly next to your right knee as you pull in. There's a lot to think about. And if you've been with me here on my channel for a while, you know that I give instruction pretty much through the whole exercise. I try to simmer myself down sometimes, but I feel there's so much to share with you, and I never know what exactly will connect you today to your movement. So I like to give you all the tools. You pick which ones work for you. Leave the rest that don't. Let's go for a last two. Reach on out, squeeze the weight, pull in. Finish with one more. Stretch on out, reach. Draw all the way in, drag against the floor, bring your hips all the way up, extend your arms. Left leg lifts up. We straighten through the right leg, connect to the glutes, ribs knitted together. Lift your arms. Right away we circle wide, lower down to the sides. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. And open and lower. Keep doing self-checks for yourself. Is your right glute totally connected? Is your lumbar spine long and neutral? Are your ribs knitted in? And are your shoulders able to stay down and back as we work stability with arm connectivity? Lift, open. Last set of two, and open and lower. Finish your last one here. Lift on up, open wide across the collarbones, lower all the way down to your sides. Find your glider with your left toes. Extend your left leg all the way out. We're gonna be adding on right away our arm circles with our lunge. You extend the arms out forward. Reach that left leg back. Open your arms as you stretch on up. Keep the stretch lower down. Connect that left glute. Squeeze it tight. Make it pop in your leggings. Stretch on out. Or whatever you're wearing. Just feel that that butt is squeezing in. Ooh, notice the difference on this side. If there's one that's obvious to you, start to bring that data into your bank of knowledge of you and how you work. Ooh. Open up, squeeze the weights, lower down. It's tough work dragging your body weight, and this is arguably harder than working on the carriage that sometimes offers a little bit more movement support. You've really got to hone and drag yourself up. Take your arms for one more round. Reach on back, leg as well, arms and leg together. Stretch on up. Take your arms all the way down. From here, step off your glider, separate your feet, keep your knees lightly bent. Let's roll down. Place your weight to the side of your mat and just find a stretch, knees staying soft. At your own time, bend your knees, come all the way down to your mat. Open your thighs, feet together, take a child's pose. Smoothly unraveling, come all the way up onto all fours. From here, setting up for a little twist. You're gonna keep your knees stacked underneath your hips. Take a full breath in and exhale. We alternate the twist, reaching up to the ceiling, making your way back to the floor, making sure that you're not twisting through the lower body so much as you're twisting through the upper body and ribs. Lengthen, deep breath in. The arm that's staying in the floor, super important to give you the ability to find that stretch up. So press down to lengthen up. Let's go for our final one. Deep breath in. Exhale, lengthen up. Come all the way back. We're going to be setting up for some glider work in plank variations. So whatever floor you're using today, if you need a little bit more support for your knees, if you want a little bit more support in having more movement space, do any kind of adjustment that you need for your space today. Keep your weights on either side of your mat. We're We're gonna be taking the glider and right away bringing it behind. You're gonna have both feet on your one glider. If you need to use 2 gliders, you need a little bit more surface space, you do you. Starting with your arms in a lengthened position, hands wide, elbows in a soft bend. Modify as you need for your own body today. Come down to the forearms if you wish, or if it's better for your wrists. You're gonna lift first your knees up. Keep your knees glued together. Fully squeeze and firm into your core. Lower down, deep breath in. We're keeping our carriage stable. We're not moving yet. We're just holding the body accountable to being able to lift on its own and lower on its own. Keep that glider stable and still. Deep breath in. Let's go for another set here of 3. Activate through your lats and back. Feel how you're connecting your armpits to stabilize your shoulders. Bring weight out of the wrists by opening up your fingers wide. The next time you lift, you're holding up. Take a full inhale and exhale. Stretch your legs all the way back. Find your plank. Breathe in. On our exhale, we move. You want to drag your glider in by pulling your hands into the mat, getting the backs of your triceps and arms to activate. Hips staying level. Let's go for a last set here of 3. Moving the carriage in and out, keeping your legs squeezed together. That glider is sliding in, and you're using friction to slide it out. Last time. Exhale, hold your plank. Keep the stretch and stay for 4, 3, 2, lower one knee down at a time. Give yourself again another child's pose or shell stretch. Just breathing into your posture, relax through your wrists. And on your exhale, unravel, come all the way back up onto all fours. From here, you're gonna take your left toes onto your glider. Bring your knees hip bone width and distance apart. Take your right elbow and plant it all the way down, perpendicular, parallel to your collarbones, elbow to wrist, right underneath you. You're gonna grab your weight in your left hand, and from here, reach your arm all the way out, fully extended. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen out as much as you can. Your hand can be on your weight or on the floor, but I want you to have a full extension. The reason why I'm using the weight is because it is in the shape of a toning ball that gives my wrist more ability to press down and away and work the back of my shoulder, and also a little bit more into my lat. If you're using a dumbbell, that might not work for you, so just pay attention to what feels best. Keeping your right toes down or flexed is an option you can take for you. You are gonna stretch your left leg all the way out and right away feel the opposition from left arm to left leg. You're extended and you are open. There's not a lot of stability here. Try to keep your body totally square. Take a full inhale, and on your exhale, bend your left knee in and around, getting the glider to go on the outside of the mat, taking your leg from 6 o'clock all the way up towards 3 o'clock on this bend, and stretch. Gliding your toes in, keeping your knee in parallel, stretching your arm out. Exhale. Deep breath in. Last set here of 4. And 3. Last 2. Keep flexing out and down. Stretch that left arm out. Bend in. Press all the way out. Lengthen. You're going to bring your knee all the way in. Take your left hand off of your weight. Stack your arms all the way back up wide, 2 feet on your glider. Setting up for our second round of planks. Again, make the best choices for you. Take an inhale and lift your knees up. Squeeze your thighs together. Stretch all the way out. This time, we are going to bend and stretch towards the left elbow. Breathe in and center, and exhale. In towards left. Stretch all the way out to center. 5 more. A lot of control. It's a lot of body work. So again, listen to your body. Deep breath in, exhale for 2. Ooh, 1 more to go. Pull in, stretch out, work for it, fight for it, lengthen, and lower, one knee at a time. Come all the way down, child's pose. Just try to calm yourself. Make it feel like you're done so your body believes you. Trick it so it has to work more. And from here, unravel, making your way all the way back up, setting up, right toes on the glider. You're gonna take your weight or just your hand, choosing as you wish to work, extend out, lower your left forearm to the floor, and then reach to fully stretch your right arm. Using the weight or the floor, your choice. You're gonna extend now, right leg goes all the way out. Find that flex through the ground, take a full breath in, and on your exhale, you bend and bring your right leg all the way out towards the side of your mat. Using the floor, find that connectivity and stretching and squeezing your glute. Bring your right leg all the way in towards your left as you stretch. Keep finding your home. You want your leg to be completely parallel, so work for your 5 toes to flex and keep that parallel. Don't let the legs start to rotate because the toes aren't active and pushing down. The friction is the work. It's not just the glide. Find that reach all the way out. And from here, smoothly, bring your knee all the way in. You're gonna take right away both forearms to the floor. From here, you're going to take your toes back onto the glider. Give yourself a moment to just hold your body in. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to lift right away up in center and lower down. Keep your carriage stable. Don't push the glider out, just lift your hips and lower. Knees peel up and off. You touch back down. Spine stays long for 4. Engage your upper back by pushing your wrists and forearms more into the floor. Exhale for 2. Last one, lift and lower down. Feet stay on the glider. Returning back to long arms. We've got one more set in our plank. Fully stretch the thighs. Take that length, breathe in, and 6 times we bend towards the right elbow. Stretch out, right and center. The work is always going to be about getting slower and more controlled in each direction. So work for your last 3 where you can. Challenge yourself. 2. Last one. Fully stretch. Take an inhale to stay. And exhale, bring the knees in. Glide your glider out of the way and roll your mat all the way back out. Fully stretch it, lengthen it. You're gonna step all the way up, walking towards the top of your mat, towards where your weights are. From here, give yourself a shoulder shrug down, bend your knees, smoothly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Find your weights right here. Take a moment to allow the knees to bend. When you breathe out, let your hips sink. Grip, hold your weights, come all the way up. Taking a moment to sit the hip bones back, arms coming back down. Take a full breath in and exhale, lift your arms up. Once they're lifted, roll the shoulders down and back. Feel your arms stretched all the way out and away. Wrists are staying activated. There's no breakage of the wrists like this. You're keeping your arms long. We're gonna take the arms right away from here, going into circles, but full circles this time. Lower down, lift up and circle around. Palms always facing your quads, always facing towards the ceiling and back of the room. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. Now, as you stretch your arms in the circle where you round up here and reach back, I want you to envision yourself, if you've ever done any kind of downhill skiing, your arms are getting aerodynamic as you allow yourself to use your poles to press down for that initial depart down the ski slalom slope. Lift on up, stretch around, lower. Should feel really good for the upper back and also really good in a way of working you. Neck is staying long. Don't let the shoulders start to round. Don't let your neck muscles start to take over. We're going for 2 more. Deep breath in. Lift and circle up and around. Last one, inhale. Exhale, circle up and around. taking your upper body with you. Let your torso lift. From here, take your arms, stretch them all the way out forward, palms to floor, shoulders roll back and down. Legs are completely long. Take a full inhale, connect into your glutes, abs, ribs knitted in as you exhale. The lift of the heels is going to happen right away into our tendon stretch, keeping stability, working that as your arms open, your heels lift at the same time. I was almost going too slow with my upper body, so I either have to speed up my lower body or speed up my upper body to match, but try to keep, as much as you can, the focus on where your arms and heels lift at the exact same time. They lift, they lower. You're pushing your heels down like you have 3-inch stilettos. You're pressing the heels into grass. Go for 2 more. Lift on up, lengthen, shoulders down away from ears. Finish your last one here. Stretch all the way on up. Take your heels down. Bring your arms with you. Stretch all the way out and back. Take your arms, lift on up, and full calf raise. Lower down, hips back, arms stretch. Deep breath in, hips underneath ribs. We lift everything and lower down. Working coordination, working your hip to rib relationship. Abs pull in. Last time, stretch back. Lift, deep breath in, and exhale, open, open, open. Take your weights, bring them forward, slowly bring them down, and one last time we roll. Weights to floor, hands to ground. Bend your knees. Your next breath in, unravel, come all up to standing. To finish, just have your weights out of the way. You're going to step your left foot all the way to the very top of your left mat so you have space for your glider. Right toes are going to be on the glider, heel is lifted. From here, your left leg and right thigh are in a parallel position. Let's have the arms up, either in prayer or anywhere else where you can have your postural stance, collarbones wide. From here, we're going to breathe in, hips go softly back. When you breathe out, you're twisting against your left leg, stretching your right leg all the way out into a full internal rotation, just like we would work in an internal rotation speed skater on the machine. Stretching out and away, twist. Pull all the way back, keep your hips back. Pull right in through the inner thigh. As you stretch out and away, the right knee is rotating to be in alignment with the left knee. You're internally rotating against the left hip, working through your ankle and joint stability, working through your glute. Exhale, stretch, reach, lengthen, shoulders down. Keep working again for that friction where you're flexing. Left toes down to the glider, heel stays up. Go for a last time here. Breathe out, stretch all the way out and away. Take an extension of your arms as an option, breathe in. And on your exhale, pull your elbows in as you bring your right leg towards the left knee. Bend and stretch. An internal rotation, scooter lunge. You're pulling your carriage home and stretching out. Last set of 4. Exhale for 3. Last set of 2. Finish your last one. Come all the way in and twist your hips to center. Come up. Grab your glider and make your way over to your second side. Right foot stepped all the way towards the very border of your mat. Left toes on the glider. Hips come back. Arms are up in prayer. Take an inhale. On your exhale, feel the difference here as you internally rotate. Twist and pull all the way back. Notice the differences on the second side as much as you can so that you can start to become more acutely aware as to how your body is moving, what it likes to do, what it likes to cheat into, and how you can keep yourself accountable to find the form. Always have that glute squeeze at the end of your stretch. You stretch, you twist, you squeeze that glute, you pop it, you're twisting, internally rotating against that right thigh, making sure the knee doesn't start to do this. We don't want to start to adduct inwards. We want to keep that abduction through the hips. Pull all the way back in. And let's go. Exhale, stretch. Last set of 3. Last set of 2. Finish your last one and hold this lunge. Keep the internal rotation and stretch your arms all the way out. Breathe in. Elongate through the ribs to hips and exhale. Abs, glute, inner thigh working as you stretch in and out. Contract that left glute on the way out. Keep feeling where you're pulling in, reaching out. 4. Last of 3. For 2. Deep breath in, last 1. Pull in and unravel, come up. Leave your glider, step to the back of your mat. And from here, finishing with feet hip bone width and distance wide. Let your arms draw you back, open up to your chest, extend your arms, circle on back as you lift up, inhale. On your exhale, reach your upper body forward, bend your knees. Find a long flat back. Take your hands down and walk your arms out, fully stretching, downward dog, stretching the calves, downward dog, stretching the hamstrings, and also the upper back. Try to keep your legs long. Keep pressing your heels down, extending your lower back out. Feeling your palms open in width. Walk your hands towards your feet. Take an inhale as you bend your knees. And on your exhale, bend your left leg deeper. Stretch your right leg. Reach your right arm up. Keep your left hand on the floor. Find a twist. Taking your hand back down. Bend your right leg first. And switch. Left leg stretches, right leg bends. We press, left arm reaches. Come all the way down. Soften through your knees. Let your upper body go heavy. Drop your hips and start to unravel one vertebrae at a time. Stepping all the way forward to finish. Inhale, lift. Reach on up. And exhale, open. Just give yourself a moment to feel right here the energy, the awareness, and the focus just circulating through your body. The next breath in that you take, bring in absolutely everything that you wish to take with you. And as you exhale, leave anything that you wish to let go of. Thank you so much for joining me for the Sculpt class. I hope that you feel sculpted, stretched, and definitely worked in the ways that bring calm, focus, and also energy. If you have any questions, leave them for me in the comment section below. I'd love to get to know you. If you have not subscribed yet to Burn Pilates, I invite you to click subscribe. Join me weekly for classes that range from mat work to standing work to reformer inspired in a Pilates methodology that works stability, flexibility, and mobility. I look forward to seeing you at the next class and wish you an awesome morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Guys, I'll see you at the next burn.